The first frost in the garland dilemma. The first hint of a Californian chill, a rare but welcome visitor, crept over the lush lawns and manicured gardens of the Willow Pond estate. In the warm, sun-drenched living room, bathed in the soft morning light, Jonathan Hart, CEO of Hart Industries, watched with deep affection as his wife, Jennifer, the successful freelance journalist, was meticulously untangling a string of gold tinsel. The air was filled with the scent of pine and cinnamon, and the festive season was well and truly underway. Jonathan found her completely engrossed, her brow furrowed in concentration. The tinsel, it seemed, was more of an adversary than an ornament. "Max, just a smidge higher on that archway," Jennifer called out, a playful grin on her face. "It's all about the symmetry, you know. The perfect curve, the elegant drape." Max, their devoted and ever so slightly grumbling butler, adjusted the garland with a practiced sigh that was half amusement, half exasperation. "Max worries about symmetry, Miss Jennifer," he declared, his voice a familiar mix of fondness and theatrical complaint. "Max also worries about getting a full Christmas turkey ready in time for the party, and for that, the tree must be decorated." He gestured dramatically towards the enormous, unadorned Douglas fir that stood in the corner, a silent sentinel awaiting its festive transformation. Jonathan, looking dapper even in casual wear, moved gracefully to the bar, preparing 3 mugs of his famous hot cocoa. "Relax, Max. We have weeks. And besides," he said, winking at his wife, "I'm sure Jennifer has a meticulously detailed schedule for that, too." Jennifer walked over, her movements fluid and graceful, and accepted a mug from him, their hands lingering for a moment. "Only a preliminary one, my darling," she said with a warm smile. "But before we get to the tree, I have something else in mind. We're attending a charity event tonight at the prestigious Sterling Art Gallery. It's the unveiling of a new, highly anticipated art installation." Jonathan's eyes twinkled with anticipation. "Ah, the Winter Gala. Something tells me this won't be just a simple social call, will it, my darling? What's the mystery this time?" The Sterling Art Gallery was a spectacle of high society. The Harts, as always, were the center of attention, their effortless charm drawing people in. They mingled with purpose, their social facade a perfectly polished cover for their keen observations. The main attraction of the evening was a stunning new art installation by the reclusive artist known only as the Alchemist. The artist was famous for his intricate works crafted from precious materials. The piece on display was a magnificent, jewel-encrusted sculpture of a winter sleigh, glittering under the gallery lights. As they admired the piece, a young woman, her face pale with worry, approached them. She introduced herself as Clara, the alchemist's trusted apprentice. Her voice was a trembling whisper, filled with panic. "Mr. and Mrs. Hart, I need your help," she pleaded, her eyes darting around the room nervously. "The alchemist, he's gone. He just vanished without a trace after completing the sleigh. And I think someone is after his secrets." Clara explained that the alchemist had entrusted her with a small, unremarkable silver locket just before his disappearance. The locket seemed simple, and Clara admitted she couldn't understand its significance. Her master's parting words to her were the only clue she had: "The key to the sleigh is in the snow." She confided that a menacing figure had been following her since the alchemist's disappearance, and she feared for her life. The door slid open to reveal a hidden cavern. Inside, the alchemist was waiting, a peaceful smile on his face. He wasn't missing, he was in hiding, having faked his disappearance to protect his work. The true treasure and a Christmas surprise. The alchemist explained that the sleigh at the gallery was merely a diversion. His true Christmas gift was the collection housed in the hidden cavern, not gold or jewels, but a vast collection of priceless cultural artifacts from around the world, all restored to their former glory. He had faked his disappearance because Sterling, his former, and now apprehended, business partner, had been blackmailing him for the collection. The alchemist intended for the artifacts to be donated to a new children's museum. The alchemist thanked Jonathan and Jennifer for their unwavering courage and wit. "You have reminded me that the greatest gift is not gold or jewels, but the heart of a good person and a loving partnership," he said, his voice filled with gratitude. The Harts, with Max and Freeway by their side, felt a deep sense of satisfaction. A Hart Christmas and a picture-perfect ending. Back at Willow Pond, the Harts and Max put the final, personal touches on their Christmas decorations. Max, with a smile that reached his eyes, placed the last star on the top of the tree, its points twinkling in the warm light. The living room was filled with the cozy glow of a roaring fire, the cheerful sparkle of ornaments, and the comforting scent of freshly baked cookies. Jonathan and Jennifer sat on the couch, sipping eggnog and watching the twinkling lights on the tree, their hands clasped. Freeway, curled up on a plush blanket, snored peacefully by the fire. The Harts had once again found adventure, not for money or fame, but for the thrill of the chase, the satisfaction of helping someone in need, and the unbreakable bond they shared. "What a Christmas, my darling," Jennifer said, snuggling closer to Jonathan, the events of the last few days of festive memory. "We almost forgot about the party." Jonathan kissed her on the forehead, the warm glow of the firelight reflecting in his eyes. "We have the best Christmas of all, my love," he replied, "right here, together."